Assalamu alaikum. Hi students, I'm Dr. Muhammad Altaf and I'm going to deliver my second lecture, and the topic of my this lecture is access control. Dear students, we will discuss the following points in our today's lecture. First, we will discuss what is access control, what are the types of access control, and then we will discuss the basic elements of access control. The terminologies being used in an access control systems will be discussed later on. After that, we will discuss the main three models of access control, which are mandatory access control model, non-discretionary access control model, and discretionary access control model. Access control is the method by which systems determine whether and how to admit a user into a trusted area of the organization. That is, information systems, restricted areas such as computer rooms, and the entire physical location. Dear students, access control may be of two types. It may be a physical access control or a logical access control. In physical access control, we are concerned to restrict the unauthorized users to access rooms, buildings, campus, and IT assets. While in logical access control, we are concerned to limit the connections to network systems, files, and data. Elements of access control includes subjects, objects, and operations. Subjects are the users of the system. It may be a single user or it may be a group of users, while objects are the files and resources such as memory, printer, etc., which the subject is intended to use. While operations include, it can be anything. For example, a subject want to access a memory, so it is an operation. If a subject wants to access a web browser, you want to access the web server, so it will be an operation, or it may access anything. This is called operation. Terminologies of access control includes identification, authentication, and authorization. Identification is the process in which the user present his credentials, which will be checked by the system. For example, an employee present his card to the system at entrance gate. Authentication is the process of checking these provided credentials. For example, the employee card is being checked. If the employee card is verified by the system, then the employee will be authorized. So authorization is the process to grant permission to take an action. In the example, we can see that the employee will be provided to enter in the office or building if his provided credentials are matched by the system. Dear students, there are three basic models which are used to implement access controls. These are mandatory access control, non-discretionary access control, and discretionary access control. Now we will look at these models one by one in our next slides. Mandatory access control. Mandatory access control use data classification schemes. They give users and data owners limited control or access to information resources. In a data classification scheme, each collection of information is rated or labeled, and each user is rated or labeled to specify the level of information that user may access. These ratings are often referred to as sensitivity levels. For example, these levels may be top secret, secret, or classified, and they indicate the level of confidentiality the information requires. Mandatory access control is used in application where classification and confidentiality is of the utmost importance, like military. To understand mandatory access control, just look at the diagram as an example. In this diagram, we have users in left side and resources on the right side, and the right which is given to the user is read. As you can see in the diagram, users are labeled while the resources are also labeled. These labels are top secret, secret, and classified. If a user is labeled as top secret, so he or she has the right to read server 1, server 2, and server 3, while the user which is labeled as secret may only read may, may only read server 2 and server 3. He is not allowed to access server 1, while the user which is labeled as classified is just allowed to read server 3. In mandatory access control, the upward rights are not allowed, while the downward rights are allowed to the top users. The next model is known as non-discretionary access control. Non-discretionary access controls are a strictly enforced version of mandatory access controls that are managed by central authority like an administrator in the organization and can be based on an individual's role or task. That's why this access control model is also known as role based control model or task based control. Role based controls or task based controls are tied to the roles and tasks a user performs in an organization. The role and task controls make it easier to maintain the controls and restrictions associated with a particular role or task, especially if the individual performing the role or task changes often. Instead of constantly assigning and revoking the privileges of individuals who come and go, the administrator simply assigns the associated access rights to the role or task. And then, whenever individuals are associated with that role or task, they automatically receive the corresponding access. When their turns are over, they are removed from the role or task and the access is revoked. Dear students, as you can see that we have employee and resources. Ali, Asad and Bilal are the employees in an organization where Ali role in that organization is an accountant, Asad is an IT guy, and Bilal is the CEO of that organization. Now, the resources or the rights which will be used by these three employees are given below. As Ali is an accountant, so he will be assigned the rights to financial database, while Asad is an IT guy, so he will have the rights to access external web server and email server, while Bilal is the CEO of the organization, so he may be assigned the access to financial databases, external web server, and email server. With the passage of time, if Ali is shifted to the IT department and another accountant is hired by the organization, so using non discretionary access control model, just Ali will be removed from the accountant field and a new guy, let's say Kareem, is appointed as an accountant. So the role of Kareem will be considered as accountant, so he will have the right to access financial database. As Ali is shifted to the IT department, so Ali will have the access to will have the rights to access external web servers and email server, while the dear students, the next access control model is known as discretionary access control. Discretionary access controls are implemented at the discretion or option of the data user or the owner of the data user. The ability to share resources in a peer to peer configuration allows users to control and possibly provide access to information or resources at their own disposal. The user can allow general unrestricted access, or they can allow specific individuals or set of individuals to access these resources. For example, a user has a hard drive containing information to be shared with office coworkers. This user can elect to allow access to specific individuals by providing access by name in the share control function. This is an example of discretionary access control. As you can see in the diagram, a user want to share his drive on the network. So the access type given by the user of the drive is selected full, and there is no password protection is implemented by the user. As you can see on the right of the diagram, the option show this folder in the network is selected by the user, and another option, allow network user to change my file, is also checked by the user. So every user on the network that access this drive will be able to change the data, because it is allowed by the user of the data, or it is allowed by the owner of the data. Dear students, now I'm going to give a brief overview of all access control models. As you can see, in mandatory access control model, end users cannot set their controls. MAC is a most restrictive model, that's why it is being used in highly restrictive, highly sensitive applications like military applications. While non-discretionary access control model assigns permission to particular roles and then users are assigned to these roles. Non-discretionary access control model is considered to be a more real world approach. Dear students, in discretionary access control model, subject has total control over object, means according to the desire of the subject, controls are given to the objects. It is least restrictive model among all the access control models. Dear students, at the end of this lecture, I am giving you an assignment. In this assignment, you have to explore three most important security models which are used to implement the security access control models. The models which you will explore are Bell-LaPadula model, Biba model, and Clark-Wilson model. As you can see in the slide, Bell-LaPadula model and Biba model are used to ensure confidentiality and integrity in the mandatory access control based security systems. And Clark-Wilson model is used to ensure integrity of the data in a system based on non-discretionary access control model. Dear students, you have to submit the assignment on or before the date mentioned in KCMS. Submitted assignment should be in PDF format. Dear student, this was all about access control. If you have any question, please ask me in the KCMS. I will try my best to answer your questions. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Have a nice day.